little boring video today from Ollie Mack Mechanical. Not much doing. The weather's pretty rubbish up here in the Highlands. I'm not doing a lot. Had to take a doctor's appointment today. I was out shopping this morning. Weather's pretty pants. I don't know if I can turn this thing around, but it's my old phone now. I see. I had a customer phone me out about diagnostics. Is Land Rover Discovery, 2015 Land Rover Discovery, had engine management light on, RAC without, diagnosed it as faulty heater plug. Depollution filter won't clear because obviously engine fault. Most like, you got a depollution fault, and depollution won't regen. It's usually down to there's a fault, right? Probably with pressure sensors and stuff like that. I'm not really going to go into that too much because, you know, it's something that I'm still coming to terms with myself at the moment. But if you have a fault in a car at all, like, you can't just, you know, reset, you know, certain things because it just doesn't work. You can reset it and then the light will come back on. So if you need a regen or stuff like that, the regen, you've got to wait until you fix the fault before you can actually do a regen. It should regen itself. We've had cars, I've had Audi cars that have done regens on and stuff like that, and we had an injector problem on one, and it kept coming back with a fault code for an injector, and the car kept coming to us, and the guy kept saying, "Oh, can you fix?" So eventually we did fix it. We ended up pouring a bottle of DPF cleaner into the top of it, took it out on the road, ran it, and that cleared the depollution fault. I don't suppose you get much of this in America, in the US, like, but I know here in like the UK and obviously in Europe, you know, depollution faults are a big thing. A lot of people don't know, and maybe it's the older generation, I'm not so sure, so driving your car around at like just over 1,000 revs, you know, it's not good for the engine. You know, it's good for your fuel economy. It's not good for your engine. Diesel engines like to have a RPM about them. If not, they tend to clog themselves up with carbon and soot from the diesel. Doesn't matter whether you use premium diesel or you use the cheapest diesel going. Doesn't make any difference. They all do it. I'm not going to take various parts off various cars to show you if you like. You know, it's something that's a fact. I was going to try and make this just a short wee video, so I was just going to sum up some of the things. I'll try to make it not too long. And we get penalised over here in the UK. I'm not so sure about other places in Europe. I'm not so sure about Ireland. But I know over here, right, like this engine's a Euro 4. Doesn't have a depollution filter, a Euro 3, sorry, doesn't have a depollution filter on it, but it does have an EGR on it. EGR valve's another stupid thing. It takes all your carbon emissions and injects them back into the engine. Well, it's supposed to inject the oxygen back into the engine that's not been burnt, and burn off less fumes, but it never really works. It gums itself up. And after the mileage this thing's done, it'll probably leak. This one was leaking. It was replaced. It was replaced with a known good one. The EGR on this car is actually mapped out, but there's still an EGR on it because it beats taking all the cooling stuff off it. And plus, you're not really supposed to tamper with your EGR and exhaust emitting smoke. Anything to do with that, you're not supposed to remove it, because if you do remove it, you could fail an MOT test. It depends on how well you know your tester. I don't think it's illegal as such, but I just don't think, they're supposed to pass cars. But then the other thing I know, that the smoke emitting for most cars is written on your VIN plate, and as long as the smoke or smog, whatever you want to call it, doesn't come out more than what the exhaust, or rather what's written on the tag, the VIN plate, then there's not a lot they can do about it. Lights on the dash, you're not meant to have lights on, stuff like that. ABS, traction control, airbags, they're not meant to be on for an MOT. Going back to the depollution side of things, depollution fault on the dash at the time of an MOT is a fail. I have seen a lot of stuff about diagnostics stuff there all across platforms, across Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and to be honest, clearing a fault code yourself, unless you know what you're doing, unless you can read live data and stuff like that, it's pretty much useless. Gonna be honest, I'm a mechanic myself, mobile mechanic, right? And I'll be perfectly honest, I don't charge for diagnostics, but I do charge for my time. It's like when you go to the supermarket or anywhere, not so much a supermarket, but I suppose when you get someone to valet your car, you're paying them to wash your car, right? So some people will have a set price, some people will have an hourly rate. I'm an hourly rate. So it's like that, we all have to have kind of a rate of pay. So, but anyway, I'll leave this one there. It's probably rattled on for a lot longer than I should have been, but anyway, I'll catch you all in the next one. Hopefully, in the next video, we'll be doing a bit of car work or something, it'll be something come up or something. But I'm no planning on doing anything in this weather, and I appreciate you all for watching this. If you want to know anything else, just shoot me a message, leave it in the comments, I'll answer it.